Hey, beautiful souls. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this intuitive love tarot reading is meant to find you. If you're new here, welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being here again. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for your ongoing spiritual guidance. Let's take a deep breath together and settle in, friends, as we uncover the insights and lessons meant for your highest good. Ready to see what's unfolding? Let's dive in. Hey there, Libra. This is your general intuitive love reading, and it's going to cover about 4 weeks time from the time you see this video. First of all, let me apologize for my voice. I have a terrible cold, and I'm working desperately to get it back on track, if I can. And so apologies. Just bear with me, and thank you for your patience. I've already asked for blessings for this reading, so we're going to dive right in and see what the cards have to reveal. All right, Libra. The messages that I'm getting for you is that relaxation restores your balance. All right. So what's interesting is that pleasure begins when you choose yourself in a relationship, and of course, action leads toward joy and clarity. And those are the three key cards that you have as the main messages from this oracle deck. You have relaxation, pleasure, and action. Okay. Now, I mean, the universe wants to guide you, okay? And it's trying to help you to get into alignment. And then when you're in alignment, new opportunities, new relationships come toward you. And, existing relationships, if you are in one, flourish better and will present themselves better with more confidence and light in this period of time for you. So if you are in a relationship, that will get deeper, it'll get better. If you're looking for something new, it's really time to kind of put yourself first is what the message is that I'm getting here for you. In your current general energies, you have the relaxation card, which is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Pentacles. Relaxation is, with the relaxation, you're being asked to stop bracing for the worst. Okay? And that energy really is suggesting some emotional ups and downs that if you did have that in the past, or if you are experiencing that in your current relationship, those really weren't your fault, okay? Perhaps some of you out there, you're feeling uncertain about where you really stand in love. And this is a reminder that not every relationship or not every phase of a relationship requires a ton of effort, okay? So there's times of effort, there's times of sitting back and relaxing. There's times of effort, then sitting back and relaxing. So you just actually, more than anything, require trust in the relationship that either you are in presently or one that you're looking for, is to look for somebody that you can trust. I love that you have the Wheel of Fortune as the first clarifier, and it is turning in your favor. So you don't need to force things here. You don't need to force it. Now, if you are single, you may be feeling overlooked. you could be feeling emotionally disconnected. And it's like you're almost at the point where you're saying, okay, well, if it's not meant to be, fine. I get it. I'll deal with it. All right. So my guides want you to know that the Wheel of Fortune, it shows, changing cycles, right? Fate steps in and circumstances evolve as a result of that. All right. Now, let's move on to this. You have pleasure clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. This is really sort of your challenges, right, in this period of time. So the challenge is about choosing pleasure, right? The challenge is about choosing joy over guilt or joy without guilt, right? Some of you are experiencing some emotional detachment, perhaps. Some of you are probably like thinking about walking away, or if you're not thinking about it, you may walk away from something that's unfulfilling. The Nine of Pentacles is saying it's important for you to take your self-worth and put that first, right? That's what I said. You need to put yourself first. Your desires for independence, you have to take those into consideration when you're in a relationship. Or, maybe you should start considering a new one. Now, it's also important to enjoy your own company, all right? That's something we don't always think about when we're in relationships. We always want to give and give to the other person, but we don't necessarily think about ourselves first. And I don't think that you necessarily do, Libra. You're probably a big giver in this relationship, or at least in a past relationship if you're single right now. Yeah, so enjoy your own company. Okay, you need to like yourself. You need to love yourself a little bit. And I would say this is an energy that's very attractive to other people who will likewise like and love you in kind. Now, obviously, this is the resistance position, right? So there's tension in those cards. So, take it how it resonates. But I'm feeling that there are issues with leaving behind something that feels emotionally familiar for you, okay? Or about being able to fully embrace self-sufficiency, all right? Um, Sometimes it's difficult for people to balance pleasure in a relationship because we also want validation. And we want that validation from somebody else. So I'm going to say that might feel foreign to you, Libra, because you usually thrive in partnerships. And you're the balanced zodiac sign, right? So this is why I say it might be a little foreign to you. But pleasure really begins by choosing yourself first. And if you're single, my guides want you to know that it's important to not settle for attention just because you want to avoid loneliness, all right? Very important message there. Walking away from what doesn't fulfill us, really opens the door to genuine happiness. I get into your last set of cards, which is action, clarified by the Three of Wands and the Sun. And I'm loving that because this is your current general energies. This is the resistance, and this is the outcome here. Okay? So that's certainly bright, forward-moving outcome there for you, which means you're taking action. You take action and hoping for what'll come back to you. And the sun is what's shining on you, with shining on with all kinds of positivity there. So, action means that you're stepping confidently into what feels good, being aligned. This could be for some of you a renewed optimism in your love life. For some of you, this is a clear direction as regards to what you want in love, maybe a sense of emotional freedom. But I feel like if there was any fog in your thoughts about love, I feel like the fog lifts and the warmth returns with that sunshine. Um, the Three of Wands really signals expansion and making plans and looking forward to what's next. So you can really enjoy that emotional fulfillment with the Sun card. All right. So the outcome here really does suggest a new chapter, and that new chapter is marked by optimism and emotional freedom. So as I said, if you put yourself first and you are in a relationship, it's not a bad thing, because it just makes it better, because you stand your ground and you respecting yourself. And if you are single and you put yourself first, then you cannot go wrong and meeting somebody who doesn't know that up front. All right, my Libra friends, that's where I'm going to leave the reading. I hope something resonates. And, don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you again very soon. Till then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.